Hello, now in this class we will discuss the important topic of CRO, that is formation of Lissajous pattern, or you may call it Lissajous figure. Now before discussing the Lissajous figure, which is used to measure the unknown phase and frequency of waveform through a definite pattern that is formed onto the CRO screen. So before discussing the Lissajous pattern, first of all we discuss what is the or how a unknown waveform is being reflected onto the CRO screen. Now for that purpose we will consider this figure. Now in this figure you can see that, as I have said already, that there is X plate in the CRO and also there is Y plate on the CRO. Now in the X plate on the CRO we can apply a sweep generator circuit or maybe a ramp voltage like that. This is applied to X plate. Now in the Y plate we have applied this unknown waveform that we want to see in the CRO screen. Now this is your Y plate signal and this is your X plate signal. Now what happens, or how the waveform is being generated into the CRO. Now I have said that in the CRO there is Y deflection plate and X deflection plate. Now electron beam is being deflected by these two deflecting plate. Now X deflecting plate is responsible for deflecting the electron horizontally like this, and Y deflecting plate is responsible for moving the electron vertically like that. Now in this waveform you can see that this is your X plate waveform, this is your ramp voltage marked different region in A, B, C, D like that, and also Y plate, a unknown sinusoidal signal is applied that is being reflected onto the CRO screen. Okay, now for the proper generation of a static waveform into the CRO screen, I have said in the previous class that the frequency of the unknown signal and the frequency of the sweep generator circuit must be synchronized. That means these two frequency of this waveform must be integral multiple. That means this frequency must be integral multiple of this signal, ramp signal. Okay, then we see a static waveform, then only we can see a static waveform. Now how a waveform being generated onto the CRO screen. Now you can, I have said that X plate is responsible for moving the electron beam like that, and Y plate is responsible for moving the electron beam vertically. Now you can see that from A to B, you can see that from A to B, whenever this ramp voltage is moving upwards from A to B with a positive slope, then the electron beam X plate is responsible for moving the electron beam horizontally. So electron will move for this action or for this ramp voltage up to this point, and in that duration the Y plate voltage is like this. Okay, so your Y plate voltage is responsible for moving the electron vertically. So electron actually traces the path like that into the skin. Whenever it traces the path, it actually moves horizontally in that direction and it is moving vertically in that direction. Okay, like that whenever it moves from B to C, then you can again see that the electron beam as a whole reach at point C horizontally, but the effect of Y plate is moving back this electron beam again to the zero position. So you can see that for a application of a ramp voltage, increasing ramp voltage with a synchronized frequency matching, we can see a stationary waveform like that. So waveform is being generated like that. Okay, so here the phase and frequency between them is integral multiple and phase is being 0. So this is happened in the case of Lissajous figure. Now in the case of Lissajous figure, what happens, instead of application of a ramp voltage in the X plate, we are applying again a sinusoidal voltage. Okay, we are again applying a sinusoidal voltage in the X plate also. Then a different pattern of waveform is being generated, and from this pattern we can conclude what is the phase of this unknown signal that is being applied. Okay, so in the case of Lissajous figure, we are measuring the frequency. Here in this lecture we are only see how to measure phase of an waveform. Now to measure the phase of an waveform, we are applying the two sinusoidal frequencies, two sinusoidal signal in the X plate also and the Y plate also, and phase of the one waveform is unknown, or maybe you can say that the two waveform are being applied, frequency of these two is same in this case, and there is some sort of phase difference between them, and that phase difference may be calculated. Okay, now that is the main motto of the Lissajous figure. So the main motto of the Lissajous figure, I am again repeating, to measure the phase and the frequency of an unknown signal. And for the case of the Lissajous pattern, we are applying in the X plate, we are applying some sort of sinusoidal signal, and in the Y plate we are also applying, in the X plate we are applying sinusoidal signal, and in the Y plate we are also applying a sinusoidal signal. The frequency of both the signal must be same, but there is some sort of phase difference exists between them that we want to study. Okay, so you can say that this is the definition or the spelling of the Lissajous figure. This is the spelling according to the scientist name. Next, suppose now this is an first case. In the first case, when the amplitude and the frequency of both the waveform is equal, okay, then we get this type of pattern in the CRO. Now whenever this type of pattern is formed into the CRO, we can say that the phase difference is between them is 45 degree. This is a standard pattern. Okay, now how we can say that? So I have said that whenever there is a straight line is being generated, you can say that here also I have plotted different pattern here from the pattern. Sorry, this is not 45 degree. I have mistakenly said that the phase difference between them is 0 degree or either 360 degree. Okay, the phase difference between them is either 0 degree or 360. In that case we are getting a straight line. Now how we are getting a straight line, that is being that we want to discuss. So this is not 45 degree. In the case of the straight line, we get either 0 degree or 360 degree. Okay, phase difference between them is. Now this is your first waveform, this is your second waveform. Now you can see that these two waveform, all the characteristics of this waveform is same except the phase difference. Okay, now in this case there is a 0 degree phase difference between them. Then in that case, from this point, whenever the waveform reaches that point, then the waveform is actually reaching that point. In the horizontally it is moving and the vertically it is moving, so it is a straight line. So same slope, same, all the thing are same, so it is reaching at that point. Now whenever the waveform is moving back to 0, it is moving again back to 0. Then whenever it is moving in the negative direction, then the slope is again reaching in the negative direction, and whenever again it is reaching a slope a positive direction, then again it is moved back to 0. We get a straight line with a slope of 45 degrees. So whenever we get a straight line with a slope of 45 degree, then we can say that the phase difference between them is 0 degree or either 360 degree. Okay, now we can see again formation of this. This is a standard formation, this is a circle. Now in the case of the circle, you can see that the phase difference between them is either 0 degree. You can see from the figure here I have written that the phase difference between them is either 90 degree or 270 degree. In that case we are getting a circle. Now how we are getting a circle, that is being elaborately described here. So you can say that there is a 90 degree phase shift. The waveform is actually happens to start here. Okay, so this is a, you can see this is the 90 degree phase difference, and it is starting from 0. So this waveform is, and this waveform is 90 degree phase shift. This is 90, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90, total 360 degree. So there is a 90 degree phase shift between them, and in that case we can see that here is this point, in that case here is this point, in that case here is this point. In that point it is negatively, horizontal beam is actually moving the beam negatively in that direction, but whenever it is 1 2 3, so 1 2 3, okay, 1 2 3, at that point 1 2 3, so there is no vertical deflecting plate to move the electrons upward or downwards, so it is only responsible for moving the electrons due to the horizontal plate deflection only. Okay, so now again in that case it is 0, so horizontally it is, horizontal voltage is 0, in that case horizontal voltage is 0, and so it is not moving horizontally, but in the case it is vertical voltage is high, so it is moving vertically. So we get a straight line, we get a circle over there. So whenever we form a circle, we can say that there is a phase difference of 90 degree or 270 degree. Okay, so I am again repeating the formation how it is formed. So here the horizontal voltage is 0, so it is not moving horizontally, but the vertical voltage is high, so it is moving vertically upward direction. And again you can see the other formation, and again the other formation is there, you can see. So whenever phase difference is 0 degree or 360 degree, we are getting a straight line. So whenever we are getting a straight line, then you can see the phase difference between them is like this, 45 degree slope. Okay, now this is a phase difference of 30 degree or 330 degree, we are getting a ellipse like that. Then whenever the phase difference between them and 45 degree and 315 degree, then we are getting a ellipse like that. Then again whenever the phase difference reaching the 90 degree critical, then or 270 degree between them, then is a straight line, circle. Then the circle slope is again opposite. We can see that the slope of these two is actually opposite. Okay, so again these two, okay, these two are same, the opposite, and here these two is same, just opposite. Then we again back a straight line with a negative slope. In the case of the negative slope, okay, then we can say the phase difference between them is 180 degree. Now this is the standard pattern, so this is actually not the way to calculate the phase difference. Here is the some sort of formula is there by which we can actually measure the phase difference. If the pattern formed is like that, if the pattern formation is like that, then you can see that this is the formula. 1 minute, I am showing you the formula over there. So this is your formula, sin phi, or you can say that if this is your waveform, then you can say that, suppose this is your waveform formation like this, so you can say that phase difference is actually sin inverse x1 divided by x2. Now x1 is up to this and x2 is up to this. In the case of y1 or y2, this is up to y1 and this is up to y2. So this is the general formula for calculating the phase. In the next lecture we will discuss how frequency is being calculated, unknown frequency is being calculated with the help of Lissajous figure. That's all.